What I asked the team this week as we got back in the gym was to give me your best effort. If you give me your best effort and we show up short on the scoreboard, I can live with that. You're never happy with a loss, but as a coach, you have to understand if your players are playing to their ability, then you're getting the most out of them. I thought tonight's game was exactly that. Marta Gomez had a big game for us tonight. She did what she needed to do and really stepped up. And when you look across the board, I thought we really did that. We played a team tonight that's 14-2. Very talented, a number of players that can score. I thought in the first half we turned the ball over too many times, dug us a little hole as we were down 9-7 at half because of that. And then I thought our defense really stepped up in the third quarter, got us back into the ball game, and then it went back and forth. When you take a look at a game that had 16 lead changes, 6 ties, that's a basketball game that's going back and forth. They made a couple big plays down the stretch, hit some shots. We made a number of shots, and we even had a look at the end. And it's a learning experience. We rushed it instead of just shooting our normal shot. But I was happy with the way we competed all the way through tonight. Like I said, it's if that game would have went another minute, who knows what the score would have been. It was that type of game.
Joe, Aisha Roberts, I guess you talk about her. And I mean, obviously you knew she was really good, and obviously she proved that tonight.
Yeah, like I said, there were 14-2 coming in here. Beat Oklahoma, beat Houston on the road. That's great wins for our conference and for New Mexico. And I thought Robertson really took it over down the stretch, and you do the best you can. The problem when you take a look at it, they have other players out there that if you try to double off, try to help, next thing you know, they're able to go inside to none, and that's another problem for you. And so I thought we played as well as we could play it. We just needed to make a couple extra shots and maybe another stop or two. When I look back, we tried to rest people a little more. Now I look and the possibility of maybe keeping Marta in there for 5-6 more minutes may have helped with her having 28 points, and yet she may have lost her legs completely. They talked about that to me after the Utah State game, that they were exhausted and had no legs during the game. So we tried to rest people, and I thought they really stepped up. Everyone that went onto the floor made a play for us to give us an opportunity.
Joe, Marta said she lost her confidence there for a couple of games. As good as she is, do you ever lose confidence in her?
I never lose confidence in her. In fact, tonight in the first half, I think she was 2 for 7, and I was surprised she missed 5 shots. We really got Marta open tonight. We found her on the offense, and boy, that confidence for young people comes and goes quickly. And that's one of the things that, as a coach, it's interesting. You usually believe in players more than they believe in themselves. And so, yeah, I knew Marta had lost confidence, but I tried to convince her to keep shooting the basketball. And then if you notice down the stretch, we're running plays to her. That's how much belief I have in Marta. And so to see her, what she did tonight, I thought she stepped back up. Hopefully she has that shot of confidence back in her, because when you're a 1,000-point scorer, I think she jumped up to something in the top 5 today with 3 points made. Boy, you look at numbers like that, I just never know how a young player loses confidence when she's as talented as Marta.
Joe, you had the lead there. I think it was about 6 with about 3.5 minutes to go, and then you kind of went about 3 minutes without getting some good looks. I guess, was it just their defense taking over? Or
well, what I remember is we were up 6, and they hit a big 3 out of the corner. Mm-hmm. And the 3-point shot has changed this game. Before that, used to think about that it was 3 possessions in a game. When they made the shot out of the corner, now it's a 1-possession basketball game. And we came down, and we had some looks at the basket. Like I said, I thought we had good looks all night long. At times, it was difficult because the ball just didn't go in. But I thought we stayed aggressive. We got to the foul line, and there's a real positive in that today.
First time you guys have lost 2 in a row, is that going to be, your job to kind of get them back kind of in that right frame of mind?
I think what as I was talking on the radio to our team of Reese and Margie, One of the things is that people look at, you know, a loss today, you dropped one on the road, and now you backed it up with 2 losses, and then I look at it that we've played 3 of the best teams in the conference out of our first 5 games, and that's a challenge, especially for a team that wasn't picked in the top third. We're a middle of the pack team is where we've been picked. We've played some really big games. We've played well at times. What I'm taken away from it is all 5 of our conference games, we have been in the game. And that's something that's a positive. You can't worry about winning and losing. When you start worrying about winning and losing too much, the next thing you know, you're focused on the wrong thing, and that's about trying to get better as a team. And so when I look and think about Marta losing confidence, hopefully she has her confidence back, because that's going to be something for us very important moving forward. And there's so much we can learn from this. We're having to play freshmen, and there were times that they tried to do a little too much tonight. And so we'll get back in the film room, talk to them about that. It was good to see Taylor Russ come back. I thought Bailey Cotton had a big game. And so there was just a lot of positives once again. I got to take a look at what we're doing defensively, because we let New Mexico shoot a very high clip from 3, and you take a look at it for a game, they shoot 53% from the field. And so we got to really take a look at defensively whether or not we're making enough stops or we're just playing really talented teams.